G'day, I'm Melissa Shannon, founder of digitalscrapbookinghq.com, and today you are joining me for a live recording of my click and drag templates class. I hope that you have had a chance to download your templates, but if you have not, it's just a simple process. So let's start from the beginning. When you purchase your click and drag templates, you will receive several zip files, such as these ones. If you're on a Mac, your zip file will automatically unzip. If you're on a PC, just open it in your Windows Explorer and then click Extract All, and that will just create a folder for you where all of your templates are available. So the set comes with a variety of different templates. We've got larger pockets, we've got standard 3x4 and 4x6 pockets, more different options for those. And then we've got the small pockets, where the smallest ones are 2x2 inches. And then, of course, you've got this sample that's available at digiscraphq.com/click-drag, or with any purchase, you get the freebie as well. So today we're going to be working with one of the large pockets designs. So I'm just going to head into Photoshop Elements. Today we're going to be using the large pockets to document our story. So I'm just going to pull in a couple of photos that I like of my daughter into an album, and then I can quickly access them in the Photoshop Elements photo bin. Here they are, and now it's just a matter of opening Laurie's template. Let's pull open the large pockets. I'm going to choose which one will work best for my photos. Now, you might get a warning that mentions something about text needing to be updated. You don't need to worry about that at all. You can just click No. So with each template, there is a layer that shows you how to use it. It's called the Templates Tips layer. And it's a really handy guide if you're using templates and you're not sure what to do. But for us, we're just going to turn it off. So I'm just going to use this page to document my daughter's ballet. And so I've chosen two photos, one of the whole class. And to put this on the page is simple and easy. I just head to the photo bin and drag my photo on. When you see your cursor has that black circle with the cross in it, then you just drag it on. Now you'll notice that this little toolbar appears. This button here allows you to get a new photo to place in the frame. This one allows you to zoom in or out on the photograph, and this one allows you to rotate it. Now if you make any changes, you can either cancel them with the red cancel button, or you can apply them with the check mark. So I'm just going to zoom this photo in. Click. There we go. And now in each photo spot, there is also a really handy text box. So in this case, I could use it to, for instance, write the names of whoever it was in the class, which would be a fun touch, I think. I'd have to ask my daughter to know all the names. Now here we go again. We've got 4 more photo spots remaining. We can use these to add a photo as we did before by just clicking and dragging them in. But in this case, I'd like to do a bit of a quick edit on this photo because it's looking a bit gloomy. So it has some smart looks that it's suggested. Which I don't really love. Although this one is quite a fun look. Oh yay, I'm so glad, Jean. Something like with a little bit of a sparkle. That could be a really fun effect. But that's not really what I'm looking for. I think I'm looking for, we'll reset my image and we'll just go back to Smart Fix and click Auto and see what that does for me. Yes, that's more like what I'm looking for. So then we flip back over to Expert Mode, go back to our template, and again I'll show you how easy it is to just drag in your photo, drop it on the spot, and there it is. I'm actually happy with how that looks. So I'm going to go back to my photo library, and I think this was the best one we got, a Vow Dressing Group, and I'm going to just drop that into Photoshop Elements. And then now I just need to go to Show Open Files because that one's not in my album. And then just drag it into place. So we've got plenty of space for journaling. We've got journaling boxes on each of the photos. Well, I don't want to have that one, so I'll just click the eye icon to remove that one. And same with this one. And I might even replace that one. There we go. We'll zoom it in. And of course you can drag it around and use the handles on the corner if you'd prefer. There we go. Now, if you get to a spot, for example, you don't want a photo here, but you want to do some journaling. That's my thought. I'm going to just click on this text box and I can click and double click on it and then just resize it to however I think it'll work best for me. And click the check mark to apply those changes. And now it's just a matter of finding some great embellishments to go with the photos. So I'm going to switch over to my supplies catalogue. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop in and ask them. So here we are in my supplies catalogue. And this is where I store all my digital scrapbook supplies. So can you guess what possibly I could do? I would be looking for, yes, that's right. I'm going to look for anything with ballet. I don't think I have any ballet supplies, but you never know. Let's try dance. There are a couple of things. I didn't really fully explain that. So what I'm doing now is I'm just having a look through these papers to see what would work well behind my text. I do love this bow pattern, so I'm going to drag that over to Photoshop Elements, and I might use that. And the ballet itself was called Christmas Cheer, so I might do a quick search for through my Christmas kits as well to see what I'd like. So let's have a look. Let's go back to our page, and before we go any further, let's do save. And then we'll drag this one on. Now, if you notice, when I go over that click and drag template spot, there's this black circle with a white plus inside, and that is allowing me to add it. And if I drop it, it'll cover that existing photo. So that's not what I want. I want to actually put it in the background here. So I'll just drag it over the bottom corner there. I think that bow design does look quite cute because it matches with the bows. These were all presents in the Christmas ballet. So let's go back to this find by file name. Control-Shift-K is the shortcut. So if I type ballerina, yep, nothing appears. However, if I search using the smart tags, we'll see Photoshop Elements might have found something itself. So the smart tags are in Photoshop Elements 15 and newer, and I can just type in ballet. Doesn't look too much like ballet to me. So that didn't bring up anything helpful. What about dance? Now the ones with the little lightning bolt, they're the ones that have been automatically created. So you can see it's got a bit of a weird splatter here that it thinks is dancing, but this is definitely jumping, dancing, etc. So that hasn't really helped us too much. But what I will do is I will go to my Christmas back catalogue really, and just zoom through here, and I'm sure there's going to be Christmas cheer written as word out. I can feel it in my bones. I'm sure that it'll be somewhere. So if we can't find it by just quickly browsing through, I will do another search. How about dancer? Ooh, let's try that. That was a good idea. Yeah, dancer doesn't come up as an auto tag. But what we can do is have a quick search by file name again, and we'll type in cheer, holiday cheer. We have Christmas cheer. That text, that style isn't really what we're looking for. We've got Christmas cheer. We've got that one. There we go. Christmas cheer in gold. Let's pull it over. Isn't it great when you have a moment where you find something that you're looking for? Okay, so we're just going to drag this from the top window here down to the bottom, and it's just disappeared behind the other layers. So we can drag that up in our layers panel with the mouse. or you can just use your keyboard shortcuts to do the same thing. So now the question is, where and how can I put this title on here? So having a look at this photo, maybe I could move it down and have a title at the top. That could be fun. So that could be a fun way to do the title, but for that I'd probably want to put them side by side. Could I do that? Yes, of course I can. In Photoshop Elements, I'll just make a copy and then I'll draw a selection just around the cheer part. Create a selection and then we'll click Add Layer Mask, and then it hides everything except what's in that selection. So again, we'll do that for the Christmas part. Just create a selection around cheer. Oops, we'll create a selection around Christmas this time because we want to keep Christmas. And remove that there. So you hold down Alt to remove that. And then we'll just click on the Create Layer Mask icon in the Layers panel. And then we have our title, Christmas Cheer. And we can probably move our photo back up here now. I don't know, we may just still move it a little. I think that looks pretty good. And then we could just add a little bit of a shadow to our title, and now it stands out. Have a look. If we undo, look at how much difference that shadow makes. Quite a bit of difference. As well, something else I love to do to help finish a page is to add a white border to the photo spots. So I'm just going to select these photo spots and add a border. I have my border and my shadow that I love to use. I always have it in favorites. Now, one thing I will let you know is you need to select this blue mask layer, and then you can add your shadow and your border, because if you add the shadow and the border to the photo, it won't necessarily line up there. Then it will add a little bit of journaling. And I'm going to change my font size because I always like to have a nice big font size to make it easy to read. I'm printing things mostly at 8x8 these days. So I'm going to choose my favourite typewriter font, which is Travelling Typewriter. And then we've just got a couple more spots to fill in our page. So now it's just a matter of trying to choose a bit of paper or a journaling card for that spot. I think this one could be cute. So let's drag it over to Photoshop Elements, or you can right mouse button click Edit with Photoshop Elements Editor. And then you can just drag it into the spot. Beautiful. And I think I will align that to the center because that makes sense. Move my text. Any suggestions on what to use for that last spot? And this is where something like a saved search can come in handy. You can go to Find by Saved Searches, and I've got my preview search here. Something with the other colors. Yes, great suggestion. Is that Eugene? It's coming up as viewer 4, but I'm guessing it's her. So we have blue quite a bit, and I'm even thinking with this background color sheet, I might adjust the levels and make it slightly more white, just to have a more of a clean look. We'll see if I like that. I don't know, or I might just completely get rid of it. Who knows? So we've got some kind of burnt orange, although Emily calls it red. I kind of feel like it. Got some purple and some blue. So we've got the blue already. And maybe let's look through our previews for something that seems fun. There's like an aqua green as well. And now that one could work. We can click on that and click Go to Folder. And that'll pull us over to that folder. Surely, come on, the papers. Yes, there's an aqua. Although now I'm thinking about it, that looks almost the same as the other colors I've already. Yeah, look, it's the exact same color. Dear, oh dear. I try to do something different and then I end up doing the exact same thing. Do you ever do that when you're scrapbooking? I feel like maybe I just need a nice orange. A reddish orange. Maybe. See, that's the color we want. So go to Find by Visual Colors. So we're looking for something by similarity with this one. And then we'll just drag it over to the color end of the spectrum. Then hopefully we might find a piece of paper with that coloring. I like that one. Let's just drag that on to see what that would look like. Oops. Don't drag it on when there's a little black circle, because that won't work. So if you want to avoid that, you can just drag it from the paper, from the panel. Okay, so let's explain this a bit better. So if you've got an item that you want to make sure you put on your page, but you don't want it to be replacing any photos, the easiest way to do that is drag it from the top onto your photo bin, and then it'll be there. But it won't have replaced anything else. So I think that's cute. So I want to find more from this kit. But it seems like I only have the elements, not the papers. Dear oh dear. I have to look further. But I think that is the theory we want anyway. You know, something like that with a solid colour maybe would work. I think that could work. And then we would use that aqua as another journaling spot, or maybe we would just use a filler card for that spot. So the ballet was Christmas cheer, and it was about the fairies on top of the Christmas tree and the presents. So I feel like, you know, I could pop that little Christmas tree on here and make that into a filler card. Something like that idea I think would work. I will maybe have to refine this a little bit more, but we're getting to the end of our time, so I just wanted to make sure that you had the process down pretty straight. So let's do this quickly with another layout. All we need to do is make sure our photos are open, or if you don't, you can actually just click here and it'll load up your choose photo dialog. So you can either click, and this is why they're called click or drag templates. You can either click or you can drag on the photo. And then from there, you can turn off any text boxes that you'd like to. You could drag paper or embellishments to fill in those spaces quite easily. And you can always zoom in or out to create the look that you want. So it really makes scrapbooking just as easy as using the Project Life app. Well, I hope that this live session has been helpful, and I will be sending out the recording in the next few days. I'll probably tweak this layout a little bit, and you might find it appearing in a blog post on DigiScrap HQ sometime soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy these templates that you've purchased. Remember, if you have any questions, email help@DigiScrapHQ. Laurie Callison no longer has her website, so there might be a few old links or things that don't work, but if you run into any of those, you can always email help@DigiScrapHQ because I'm providing the support for those. And of course, Laurie is still around to help out. Unfortunately, she's battling with cancer at the moment, so couldn't join us tonight. But I didn't want to let her health issues stop these beautiful templates from being available for all of us, because it makes our scrapping so much easier. I know that this page probably wouldn't get done in December if it wasn't for click or drag templates. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you soon. And don't forget, if you need more digital scrapbooking or Photoshop elements help, head to digitalscrapbookinghq.com.